Hey guys, what's up? I filmed a New Year's smoky vampy tutorial for you guys today. If you want to see how I go from this to this, then just keep watching. I'm going to show you how to do it. Hey homies, what's up? I'm gonna start with my moisturizer. I'm using right now Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel for daytime. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and start priming. I'm using Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer Perfecting. Dramatic smoky eyes are like my favorite thing to do. I feel like that's kind of what I do best. For some reason, like simple makeup is way harder for me. Anyways, I have tons of cool eyeshadows. I don't know why I like go to the store and I buy cool eyeshadows. I never use them because I like warm tones, so I want to use them. So we're gonna use them. Big booty, yellow bone, 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 big booty. Normally I start with foundation, that's why I put my primer on first. Then I remembered that I'm gonna start with my eyes because I'm afraid of tons of fallout. So you don't have to do your primer first. You can do that later, but it's okay. It's just gonna like soak into my skin and then I can start doing my foundation afterwards. Doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and start on the eyes. You guys can see my tape. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a white base. I'm using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. You can see how dirty the tip is. The last time I used this, I was doing Sabrina's and mine Halloween makeup skeletons. That was bomb. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and place this on my lid. Booty, yellow bone, big booty, yellow bone, big booty, yellow bone, big booty, yellow bone, big booty, yellow bone. I'm gonna set this with a transparent powder. The reason that I'm gonna do that is because if I were to just go ahead with my eyeshadows right now, I would have a lot of trouble blending them out because they would be sticking to this base that I put down. And you do want your eyeshadows to stick to your base, but because we're doing a smoky eye, we want them to also be blendable. So in order to kind of achieve both effects, what happened to my lights? Okay, so in order to achieve both effects, we're just gonna go ahead and set that. All right, next up, I'm using my MAC Eye Kohl in the color Phone Number. It's a pencil eyeliner, and it's gray. So I'm just drawing a little line where I want my liquid liner later, just so I can kind of see and work off of it. And then I'm also gonna bring this up into my crease. Okay, so I'm gonna start working with my eyeshadows. I'm gonna start with the transition color. I'm using this little Smashbox full exposure sample that I got from Sephora. So I'm just gonna go ahead with this first transition color and I'm gonna put this right here. I'm going to go into my Urban Decay Naked Basics. And I'm gonna take this color right here. It's called Naked 2. I have a whole tutorial using this palette, so if you guys want to see that, I will link it down below. Have you ever heard anyone say that before? I'm pretty unique, right? All right. I'm gonna go ahead with that color and just place it exactly where I placed the other one, except I'm not gonna blend it out as much. But I'm still using a blending brush. So it's not exactly neat, you know? And I'm using that line from the liner as a guide. I don't want to go below that. That's going to be like the darkest point of my shadow. I'm just going to take an even fatter blending brush and just blend that out a bit more. It's not working super well over here. Kind of sticky, didn't get enough transparent powder. No big deal. My eyebrows are looking a bit like they need to be filled in, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm using a new product today. This is the NYX eyebrow pencil in the color medium brown. This is what the like the color on the pencil was, and I thought, you know, that it was kind of cool tone to go with like the cool in my hair and the cool in my makeup look. But when I look at the actual product, it looks kind of warm toned. So I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, so I'm feeling like this color of brown is too warm. It's kind of orange, like it's kind of red, or it looks that way. Anyways, so I'm just gonna go ahead with my Quo Brow Powder, Quo Brow Focus in the color Taupe on my MAC 2 something brush that is worn off. I'm just gonna go over top with this color to try and get rid of some of that warmth. Okay, that helped a little bit, I think. Alright, so the next color that I'm gonna go in with is from Makeup Geek. It is called Stealth, looks like this. It's a cool toned, how many times can I say cool tone in one video? I dropped it on my chair. That was a miracle. A makeup miracle. Okay, and I'm going to take this color and place it where I put the gray liner before. So on the outer V of my eye and the outer portion of my crease. So I'm taking this single eyeshadow by Gosh in the color 13 Beige. Beige. I'm gonna go with the Sigma Eyes shading brush and just apply this to the inner corner. The color Mercury from Makeup Geek. And I'm using that same shader brush. And I'm just gonna put this in the center of the lid between the two colors to help them blend. So I've got this gradient from the dark gray on the outer corner to the silver color in the middle, and then over to the kind of beige, white, shimmery color on the inner corner. And I'm just tapping it out to kind of blend them so that they transition smoothly. And I just want to intensify that inner corner color a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the gouache. This is Oil Slick by Urban Decay. It's black with some sort of silver glitter in it. And I'm just gonna place this on the very outer corner of the eye. I need a brow highlight. I want it to be matte. I'm gonna go with the color Foxy from my Naked Basics palettes, like a yellow toned shadow. The liner that I'm using today is NYX Liquid Black Liner. And I'm gonna do a pretty dramatic wing because it's fucking New Year's. This is kind of janky. I don't want to fuck with it anymore because I don't want to make it any thicker than it already is. Liner game, not strong. Okay, I'm gonna take off the tape because it's pissing me off. It's been on there for hours. And it wasn't really on there tight enough. You can see the liner kind of slipped underneath the tape. But that's okay. I can fix that with concealer. Which I'm so excited to get on my face because these eye bags are killing me right now. Terrible. Okay, so I have this nice tan. I got back from Mexico like, oh my god, it's been like 2 weeks already. So the foundation that I wanted to use is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, but the color's gonna be too light. So I'm gonna mix in This one's in number 102 Shell Beige. I'm gonna mix in some of my L'Oreal True Match in the color W5.5, which is the color Suntan. So I'm gonna mix these together to kind of get my perfect shade. And actually, before I do that, I'm gonna put concealer on first. The color of concealer that I'm using is really close to my skin tone, so this concealer I'm not gonna use to highlight. I'm gonna use a different product to highlight. This is like actually to conceal. So I'm gonna go ahead with my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin in the color light medium, and just conceal my under eye area. And you guys can see, I just used the concealer to draw a straight line to fix the little, what is it? It's like running of my liquid liner that went underneath the tape. So you can see like they're much more straight now. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with these foundations. I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of each on the back of my hand and mix them together. Powder that I'm going to use to set my foundation is this new one that I'm loving, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, normal to oily. I'm in the number 220 Natural Beige. I'm going to take this on my Real Techniques Dual Fiber Face Brush, just like a small amount, because the foundation is already demi-matte. I don't want to add like too much matte. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just kind of dust it over my face. I'm gonna focus it in my T-zone where I would get oily, and then just add a little bit everywhere else. Okay, so with that powder, I avoided this area right here underneath my eyes because I'm gonna go in with another cream product. I could have done this first before I put on the powder, but I forgot. So like midway, I was like, oh shit, I better not put any powder right here, because you don't want to put liquid on top of powder. So I'm going in with my MAC Pep and Prime in the color Lightboost. It's a liquid highlighting pen. Just gonna put this in the areas on my face that I want to highlight. We're just gonna set that to avoid it from creasing. I have really bad problems with creasing under my eyes. I'm going to do some contouring. Gonna take this Real Techniques powder brush and use that same bronzer and put it all over my face because I want to be hella bronzed. I need to finish my lower lash line, so I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. I'm gonna start with the color Naked 2 from my Basics palette on a pencil brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and line my lower lash line. This transition color I'm gonna do pretty thick. I'm gonna bring it down pretty far. I really like a really dramatic lower lash line. I'm gonna go back with my MAC pencil eyeliner, and I'm gonna tightline and waterline. Back in with Stealth on my new Real Techniques shading brush. Small and cute. Then with the color Mercury, I'm gonna place it where I have it on the top as well, so just in the middle. This is my silver. Inner corner highlight with this Gosh eyeshadow again, just on my finger. Onto blush. The blush I'm using today is Makeup Geek. It is in the color Hanky Panky. Okay, and now we're gonna go with a powdered highlight. This is Soft and Gentle by MAC, Mineralized Skin Finish. And I'm taking this on my Duo Fiber contour brush from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna put this on my cheekbones, tops of my cheekbones. Forehead, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and like right down the center of my nose. With another little dual fiber brush from Real Techniques, I'm gonna go back in with my Hoola bronzer and contour my nose. The mascara that I'm using right now is Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. So I'm just gonna do one coat of this. I bought some new lashes for this look. I'm using the Ardell Double Up 201s. They look like this. They're really dramatic. I love how they're kind of like spiky and wispy. They remind me of Kardashian lashes. Okay, I'm gonna do my lipstick. I am going to line my lips with MAC Vino. I'm gonna use an Urban Decay lipstick that is insanely gorgeous. It's in the color Shame. To finish it off, I'm just gonna hit my face with some more of this setting spray. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Put it down like you. put it down like you. No one 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 put